Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Finger Guns podcast with Tony, Dave, and James. I am your host, co-host. Man, is that what I say? Damn, I just want to be a host. I am
you're one of the three hosts of the show.
All right, fine. You know what? Yeah, that's it. We're all hosts.
We're
not sharing the title.
As far as LinkedIn knows, I'm host and producer, baby.
Goddamn right. I am host, producer, and I don't know. Put a title beside me.
Audio executive?
Yeah,
audio
I'll take
supervisor?
I'll take that. There was a possum in my garage, Jimmy, and I'm here with
Big T Tony B.
Yeah, and
I guess not as dramatic, Dave, because that sounds fucking dramatic. There was a possum?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Was he awesome?
I named him Alejandro.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, thank you. We were at the grand opening concert of Rogers Stadium.
Fun.
Which was something, because I've never been to a concert that had 50,000 fucking people in attendance, and that was
sounds like a
wild time.
What is Rogers Stadium?
So it's the new stadium that Rogers built for ahead of the World Cup, but now they're using it for like concerts for now, because they have like a couple years, and so they took over a huge swath of land in Downsview Park.
Nice. Oh, fuck, you were there.
Yes.
That's where Oasis is playing later this summer.
Nice. Yeah, Oasis is playing there. I think Coldplay is playing there this week.
That makes sense.
Or next week or
getting
something.
out was probably a bitch. Or did you leave early?
I did not have a problem. I left at the fourth encore.
Okay.
And it was fine. And that's been I left a Google review for Rogers Stadium as well with like a whole bunch of tips and tricks for people. Feel free.
Who'd you see?
Stray Kids. They're K-pop phenomenon.
Right. Did you watch K-pop Demon Hunters yet?
I have not. It is going to be watched this weekend.
Okay.
Please watch it so that you can explain to me what K-pop is.
I will.
I watched some of it the other day. It's a vibe.
I saw some clips and I was very excited.
It's a vibe.
Anyway, got out of there no problem. There's screens outside the stadium, so during the encore, just start heading that way. You can watch it as you leave. It's fine. You're not going to miss much.
I just saw the videos from Instagram, and I was like, "That's fucking chaos."
Yeah, I had no problem. Got onto the subway, got a seat on the subway. It was lovely. Nice. Subway was free. Subway and Go Transit are both free leaving the concert. So it's like fuck, like it's great.
That makes sense. You got to get hyped because we got to go to the World Cup there, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah.
All right. How many dicks are you going to suck for World Cup tickets?
No dicks. No dick sucking will be for this guy.
Yeah.
But Jimmy sounds like he's trying to set, and we keep interrupting him.
Yeah.
I guess Tony's not going to the World Cup because if I have to suck a dick to get in, you're not coming.
Yeah. This is. I've already kind of given up on that pipe dream, and also I don't know that I want it. I kind of just want to watch it.
Yeah,
from the comfort of my home.
To be perfectly honest with you, I'm kind of afraid of the tickets.
Yeah,
and I really don't want to have that fight with
that
argument with Melissa.
Yeah, no,
I just want to go. I want to go to one game. That's it. I just want to go to one game, but
go
I don't
want
to have to buy
Latvia versus.
I don't care
Uganda.
I don't care whose game it is. I just want to go to one game.
Then you should be fine.
I just want to go to one game. And I don't want to have to buy these right to buy bullshit things that they keep emailing me about. It's
insane.
Like you can just tell me I can just buy a ticket, guys.
No, absolutely.
If you want me to put in $20 to join the lottery, I'll do it. But don't give me this right to buy nonsense. Awesome possum named Alejandro.
So we get home. It's like 1 a.m. by the time we get home, and we're pulling into the driveway. I open the garage because whatever. Pulling into the driveway, and something is like scurrying inside. So my thought is, I think. It happened to be walking past the garage as I opened it, and then I got scared with the car and the noise and everything, and it just ran for cover.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how it would have been in otherwise. I've never left the garage door open. I don't know how it would have ever gotten in otherwise at night. It had to be that. But anyway, it's like looking at us with its beady eyes, and like it finds a corner, and it's like hiding in the back corner behind like my trash bins and everything. And I'm like, oh, for fuck, like it's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. Okay, what do I do?
Well, it's your fault. You pulled up.
He
was just hanging out.
Alejandro, no fault in this. He's doing
1 a.m.
what he's got to do. He's doing him.
He's doing Alejandro thing.
Yeah, so I did what any sensible person I thought should do, which was call the city of Hamilton and be like, the fuck do I do? There's a possum in my garage. Like, what is the play here? I've never dealt with this. This is an unfamiliar territory for me. And the lady on the phone was so annoyed that I called her. She's like, we don't handle that. Like, okay, well, what do I do then? I didn't ask you to handle it. Actually, when I called, I said, there is a possum in my garage. What do I do? And you started with, we don't handle that.
They get upset when you call. I've had to call them twice now. They're not thrilled.
They're not thrilled. So
Thrilled
she's
to
like,
do their jobs?
all you have to do is just leave your garage open and it'll leave on its own. And I was like, okay, that's it. She's like, yeah, probably for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. No, I'm not going to ask you to leave your garage open overnight or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
Well, if you just like left it open enough for him to run out of there.
Yeah, but again, leaving it open, there's already one in there. I don't want him to fucking
You're gonna get
invite all the
I got
homies.
fucking mice in my
Yeah,
garage.
like,
Alejandro's entire family.
Yeah,
come in.
and extended cousins and fucking his nephew Juan. Like, I don't want all of this to happen. So
you come out to the fucking kid.
no.
What would Possum's quinceanera be?
I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
I don't know.
Possum-era?
Possum-era. Like a whole celebration going. So I waited half an hour. Motherfucker's still there. He hasn't moved. Hasn't moved at all. He's still in the exact same spot. I'm like, oh fuck. Like this is. So now we start Googling. We're like, what the fuck do we do? How the hell do we get him out of here? And it's like, oh, well, they don't like light. Obviously, they're nocturnal. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I think the garage light was automatically turning off. To stop that from happening, put all the lights on. They don't like loud noise, so consider playing heavy metal music. I'm like, it's 1:30 in the morning. I can't do that. Next, trying to give them like a clear path to exit. Okay. So I grab my hockey stick. I barricade myself on one half of the garage and I start pulling like my recycling bins out of the way, a garbage bin out of the way. I get it all out. Motherfucker's still not moving. He's like dead with fright. Like he's like, I can't. I'm like making noise and stuff. He's not moving. I'm like, all right. He's got a clear shot out. I've made noise. I've made this unhospitable. There's no way Alejandro wants to stay in my garage anymore. Like there's nothing for him here except a snowblower. And what the fuck is he going to do with that?
James?
I'll hire him in the winter.
Watch.
Go back inside. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking exhausted. It's like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm fucking tired. I'm going to give it like 15, 20 minutes. I'll check on it one last time. And then otherwise, I'm just going to fucking leave my garage open all night. Like, I have no other choice at this point. I got to go to bed. I wait 15 minutes. I come back down. I peek my head in. He's fucking gone. I'm like, oh, thank Christ. I throw all my shit back. I bring my car back inside the garage. And that was the end of Alejandro. I haven't seen him since. But I did not want to come home to Alejandro in my garage. And so now every time I open my garage, I'm a little bit terrified that he's still like in the corner, staring at me, doing whatever possums do at night. They warned, they're like, they might start building a nest. I'm like, no, man, Alejandro's not having his fucking family in here. Like, this is not okay. I don't want you pulling like a cardboard box over there and starting to put up like a home sweet home sign. Like, that ain't it.
James, it's hot outside right now.
Yeah, he's fine.
He'll
I
be
don't
okay.
know if he's okay.
He'll be okay.
You I know don't know what? if he's okay. But
Circle of life, Dave.
I had
Probably going to his next possum
Possum-era.
era. Yeah,
He's got a large extended family.
he does. He does.
Well, they got upset at me when I called about the fox in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want me to do? What should I do? Well, ask him to leave. You want me to go out there and ask him to leave? Mr. Fox, would you leave, please? Well, we don't.
He seems indifferent to my pleas.
What was the line they gave me? We don't move animals. We don't relocate animals. And I was like, so you just want me to have this fox in the
That's
backyard?
essentially what I got too. She just gone like Vulpus and just fist to the sky.
Well, we put Chloe to the window and he took one look at Chloe and he was like, nope. So maybe you should have brought Mouse out there and been like,
oh man. Mouse came running to us. I'm like, did you know? Did you know it's in there? Do you want to fight? You want to fight?
If it happened earlier, I would have just recommended just playing some Rammstein.
Yeah,
and,
that would have.
What if he digs it?
That's the problem, isn't it? He could be a metalhead.
He could be a metalhead.
Put on Slayer.
Well, fuck.
Anyway, let's go talk about some fucking movies. So, we got
Zeppelin rules.
Zeppelin rules. Neil Peart is the greatest drummer ever. Anyway, we got a fun episode ahead of us. We're back on our a retrospective time, I think.
Yes.
So if this is y'all's first retrospective and you don't know the rules, we go back a decade, ending in the same year that we're in. So we look for 5. So right now we're on 95 this year. We pick 3 movies we have never seen before.
Yeah.
Which in 2005 and 95, those 2 decades we're really pushing it to find stuff that we haven't seen.
We're
it's
scraping the barrel.
It's a lot of stuff we've seen. But we managed it.
Maybe last time was scraping.
Last time was scraping.
This
time, not bad. But still, like when you're going through the list, you're like,
there's some hidden ones.
No.
Yeah.
And there's definitely one that we're going to talk about tonight that we definitely should have seen.
Yeah.
It being a blind spot on all of our lists is a crime against humanity. But we fixed it.
We did. So without further ado, who wants to pick the first conversation piece?
Well, in light of the passing of Michael Madsen today,
sure,
R.I.P.
to
our boy Michael Madsen,
yeah,
and our pre-show discussion about Free Willy,
yeah,
which stars
Michael Madsen,
obviously, but it also stars Lori Petty, who is the lead
yes.
in James's pick.
Oh, yes.
Tank Girl.
Yes. This was a pick specifically for a friend of the podcast, Melissa Bespalko, who's been an avid listener of ours since day one. And it's her favorite movie. And when I heard it came up, I'm like, I got to see it. I got to correct this blind spot.
James, Melissa, I want you to keep listening to us, but I don't want you to continue being friends with James.
That's fair. So Tank Girl. So it's based off a satirical cartoon and comic strip. Satirical comic strip that was produced for a while. This is the movie adaptation of a comic strip.
Yeah,
and I sure.
It's very much a product of its time.
Oh man, right?
It?
Oh yeah.
No, vibes wise though. I'm not saying like
vibes wise.
Are you just talking about like the soundtrack? Because the soundtrack's it's bitching.
I'm talking about the soundtrack. I'm talking about the art direction, the costumes, the makeup.
Production design by Catherine Hardwicke.
Oh, goddamn!
Who I believe we watched another movie recently where she was production designer.
Yeah. Just overall look.
Yeah.
Very 90s.
Yeah.
Very much a product of its time.
Thematically, though, it was the most Gen X movie I think I've ever seen.
It's pretty Gen X.
It has that Beavis and Butthead done with society level of theming where you're just like, fuck everyone kind of thing. And like, you just kind of go with it. And I was watching, I'm like, this is the most Gen X thing I think I've ever watched in my life. This was made for them.
Mad Max, Gen X.
Yeah, essentially.
Done by Gen X.
But done by Gen X. So
you say Mad Max, I say Waterworld.
Waterworld? It takes place in the desert.
Yeah, exactly. Reverse Waterworld.
Which is called Mad Max.
Dave, shut the fuck up, okay?
Malcolm McDowell's in this doing something.
He's doing Malcolm McDowell things, guys.
Yeah. Including having a fully holographic head
that
by the end.
strange.
I didn't understand.
I didn't get how that came to be, but
Ice-T's in this at the height of his career, I assume.
Let's come back to Ice-T.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say though, that little like water thing apparatus that Malcolm McDowell has.
Oh man!
Can Denis like take some notes because
is that what movie it's from? Because I kept thinking, I was like, what movie do I remember where they suck the water out of people?
It's
like I feel like that's some like untapped material that he could definitely bring into the Dune universe.
Like, this looks so much better. It's like one of those weird collapsible pump bottle things. It's great.
Fuck, this guy just sucked the water out of him.
Yeah, I mean they did that. Like they definitely like all the fucking guys that they killed, they were just like draining them of all their liquid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very Dune.
Okay, I was trying for the life of me. I was like, what movie where they suck water out of people?
Yeah, no idea. And everything, the tank, the titular tank in this of Tank Girl, insane. It's like zany and slapstick at a lot of points.
They start doing animation when you can clearly see that they didn't have the budget to do what they were
It wasn't
about
that they
to
didn't
do.
have the budget, Tony. They didn't film those scenes, so they had to fill them in.
Yeah.
Apparently, it got ripped to shit.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
It got cut to ribbons.
Yeah, it feels like it because things just kind of happen. It's very jarring and very like nothing seems to flow from one thing to the next.
So we've kind of danced around the point. Basically, it's like 2033. A comet has hit the world.
Yeah.
And it's not raining anymore, so water is a precious resource. And there's a group called, what are they called?
Power and Water.
Power and Water, who are basically...
Water and Power. Well, yeah.
It's Power and Water, who are basically bogarting all the water.
Yeah.
And they're kind of fighting
the militaristic sort of like in control faction of this wasteland.
And they're just trying to kind of keep the water for themselves.
Yeah.
And then... What? There's a group of Ravagers. Is that what they're called?
They're called the Rippers.
The Rippers who have been like kind of like rebelling against them.
Yeah,
and then the titular tank girl, whose name is Rebecca, she like lives in a sorority house?
Essentially. I think just a collection of people that seem to still be alive.
Community.
Yeah.
Like a commune.
A commune.
Yeah,
we'll go with a commune.
Yeah, let's go with that.
She lives there. And she fucks up her post, and the commune die. Everybody in the commune dies, except for one little girl, and she has to go get the little girl.
Yeah.
And
that's loosely the plot.
Pretty simple premise.
Yeah.
Without the backstory. Stick to the point. Everybody dies. She's after the girl. She's going after the girl. Scene.
Sure, yeah. And
don't worry about the world.
They
don't
move
worry
the
about
girl from one spot to the next.
Yeah,
and...
it's like Mario going for Peach at Bowser's Castle.
Yeah,
and then there's a musical dance sequence.
Yep. There sure is.
Yep,
there sure is.
Set to Let's Fall in Love. Is that called Let's Fall in Love or Let's Do It or whatever? Let's do it. Let's fall in love.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, fucking Naomi Watts shows up as Jet Girl.
Is doing something.
She's there. Apparently, she's embarrassed of this movie.
Oh,
really?
Which I am not surprised.
She was almost unrecognizable to me.
I didn't even notice it was her until towards the end, where I finally get like a look at her, and I was like, "Is that fucking Naomi Watts?"
I thought she was the lead. I didn't realize it was Lori Petty.
Yeah, it's Lori Petty.
Obviously it was Lori Petty.
I didn't realize that because I knew Naomi Watts was in it, so I thought it was Naomi Watts was Tank Girl, and then when the movie started, I was like, "Oh, that's Lori Petty."
Yeah. So Jet Girl and Tank Girl,
and then.
Both of which have
apparently
key ignitions to start, and
apparently there's also a sub girl, but she got cut out.
Oh man, that would have been cool.
Right? Tough break.
I don't know where it would have gone, but
apparently they have like a cameo or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's insane.
And then we meet the Rippers, what they actually look like, because there's a scene where they show up at first, and it's kind of edited in this weird way where everything looks fake as shit.
And they kind of explained it at the beginning. There's like a brief talk about it.
Yeah, but it looks terribly fake. Looks horrifically bad.
Yeah.
And then they actually meet the Rippers, and the Rippers are genetically modified kangaroo humanoid things.
Yep. They sure are. And one of them is Ice-T. At the peak of his career.
And I was literally sitting there, and he's like, "What were you? What did you used to be? A cop?" I was like, "Of course Ice-T used to be a cop.
Of course he was. He was auditioning for Law & Order SVU. He just didn't know it yet.
But, like, I audibly yelled, "What the fuck?" multiple times. Yeah. And what the fuck am I watching?
What the fuck? She fucked a kangaroo human.
Apparently she did. Yeah, they cut it out.
One that was, yes, but certainly implied, but also one that was a dog, then a human, then a kangaroo?
Yeah, and he's got the guy who was on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Semantics? So the whole movie is semantics.
I didn't say.
Apparently they spent like $5,000 on like a prosthetic penis that they never even showed on camera.
Incredible.
That tracks.
Incredible.
Yeah, apparently they thought MGM would have an issue with bestiality.
Well, they weren't wrong.
Weren't wrong. I also read that apparently somebody tried to make fun or ask Ice-T about it, and he refused to talk trash about it. And
does he genuinely love the movie?
I don't think he loves it, but I think he refused to talk trash about the movie and about his like makeup process type thing. Because he said, well, it's better than prison. It was better than prison. And I was like,
I get it.
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was community service hours he was fulfilling. Like, the fuck?
No, he got paid like $800,000 or something.
Wow.
But apparently the process and stuff, apparently like
still better than prison.
I get it. Wow.
Damn.
But, I was on board and I was tired last night and I had to stop the movie.
Yeah.
And it was right before they introduced the Rippers. So when I turned on the movie this morning and found out what the Rippers were, I was like, all right.
That's a way to wake up in the morning.
That woke me right the fuck up.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys are saying that it's that are trashing it. I didn't think it was that bad.
Tony, I never trashed it. I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
I wouldn't know how this movie got greenlit, guys. It's not good.
It's nuts.
It got made and it has cult classic written all over it. I get why it has cult like leanings, but like who the fuck said, let's make this movie?
Yeah.
This seems like a movie that's going to make money.
There was probably a lot of blow. It was the 90s, they were just trying to make a comic book movie
comic strip
movie at that time. But there's things to like about it.
And there's a reason why Lori Petty isn't the lead in anything.
I get it, but you know what? At least she sold it. She was committed
with the material that she had. She understood what
she understood the assignment, right? Whether it was a good assignment or not, she still understood the assignment. And I liked her a lot in the movie.
I did too.
Malcolm McDowell, maybe not so much.
He was there.
He was just there.
What about Ice-T?
Ice-T
was great.
Ice-T, no
untouchable.
Untouchable, right? He's innocent. All of this.
Yeah. Or was he water tea at this point?
No, he was Ice-T.
But I really dug the animation. When they go into full blown animation, it gets zany to the max and certifiably unhinged. That shit is cool.
I didn't see Yakko, Wacko, or Dot.
Her rocket brassiere thing though.
Yeah.
Don't know why the fuck's that's there. But hey, it's the 90s.
The
90s were a hell of a time.
I'm letting it kind of go.
Just letting it go. But I will say,
she has a new hairstyle in every scene.
Great.
When she was going through all her costumes and stuff, and that little montage thing, I was just like, wow, this is the biggest fucking 90s montage I've ever seen.
And it just kept
going.
And
it kept going. I was like, okay, are we done? And okay.
And then Iggy Pop shows up.
Yeah.
As a pederast?
It was very
weird.
That was
a choice for Iggy.
Very, very choice.
You're on a first name basis with Mr. Pop?
Yes.
It reminded me of the Super Mario movie.
From the 90s?
From the 90s.
Yeah, man.
When I'm watching this, I was just like, is this the inspiration they got?
But somehow that Mario Brothers movie was more cohesive than this was.
Just a pinch. Just by a pinch.
Just a pinch.
I haven't
this
seen
one
it in
was
a long
slightly more disjointed.
I just have not seen it in a long time.
This one was the more disjointed of the two.
What's funny is the umbrella version I have of Super Mario. They redid it and they brought out a super deluxe one, but they also have a super deluxe Tank Girl.
Oh God!
Awesome. Yeah, this exists. I don't know that I'm happy to have watched it, but I'm happy to have experienced something as fucking bananas as that was.
I'm glad I finally experienced it. I've heard about Tank Girl for a long time. I knew it was going to be a bag of dicks.
Yep.
And but
I'm just strap in, and you
just strap in.
It's certainly something.
It
is
a film.
I was never bored.
That's
bored
fair.
at all.
No, because how could you be?
You couldn't.
Every scene was going to throw something new at you.
Right? It was ADHD.
Yeah.
To the max.
Yeah. Very bipolar.
Yeah.
Very bipolar.
Yeah. And aggressively Gen X.
Yeah.
She's bipolar. That's clearly what the movie is she's just having, multiple person. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
No idea.
And you're saying, it's fucking elaborate.
Yeah.
And these are actual fucking sets and actual fucking costumes and actual fucking makeup.
There was a lot of set work, costume work, makeup design work. There was a lot put into this. A lot of thought was put into it.
Like, it looks so much like I just watched the new Jurassic World, and they clearly filmed it on a green on
a volume,
on location on the volume.
God,
and
Tony's gonna hate it.
Not seeing it.
And it looks like trash.
Yeah.
This does not look like trash.
It doesn't.
No, and
it really doesn't.
And that's what I mean about the production design. Like I've never seen the comic strip. I've never read
You probably
it.
have now.
Well, probably have now, but they did a good job of like literally lifting it off the pages and onto screen. Like it was so you don't really see that level of attention to detail in set design and production design these days.
Even if we're talking about like the how jarring it is at points, because it kind of just jumps from one scene to like just here's another scene. It does kind of almost feel like a comic strip in a way. Like you're just like, oh, finish this story. I wonder what's going to be the next panel, and it's like a whole new thing as the next one. So I don't know.
Well, I think that's also
unintentional because they cut it to ribbons, but if you squint, it kind of looks fun. But it was fine.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's not Revolver bad.
Yeah,
but it's not exactly a movie I will actively tell people that they all need to see.
No. But if the Super Deluxe goes on sale, Dave might pick it up.
Yeah, maybe.
If it's on sale, 50% off.
Maybe there's other movies I want out of Umbrella right now.
7.5% off.
7.5. 75%. Sure, I'll buy Tank Girl for 75% off.
There you go. That's it. All right, what's next, Tone?
So for my pick, I went with a huge blind spot, and the second we said that we were going to do a 95 retrospective, and when I found out that this movie was in 95, it was instantly, we need to do this movie because I need a reason to fucking watch it and stick to that reason.
It was Tank Girl again.
Definitely Tank Girl.
We watched it 3 times.
It was Tank Girl.
I am talking about the 1995 classic from Richard Linklater, Before Sunrise. I was about to say Before Sunset.
You forgot.
It's one of the 3 of them.
It was one of the 3 of them. Dave, shut up, man. You're a little mean tonight. I don't really like it. I'm operating at a slower pace. I like to make sure that I not make any mistakes.
He's vibing,
and he's just harshing my vibes, man.
Tony, I am rolling right now.
You are throwing off my groove, man. And you know what? The last time someone threw off somebody's groove, they got thrown off a cliff.
Oh. I thought it just took some time and then she got her groove back.
That was Stella, yeah. She did get her groove back.
The Emperor did not get his groove back.
He
got a whole new groove, man.
He got a whole new groove.
He got a new groove.
Became a goddamn fucking llama.
Before Sunrise.
Yeah.
Simple premise. 2 strangers meet on a train. And they spark a little bit of a connection. And they decide to spend the entire day together before they leave each other forever.
Go separate ways.
But they do make a promise to meet again.
Yeah.
Well, he has to get his plane in Vienna, and somehow he has enough riz to convince her to jump off the train with him and hang out with him in Vienna.
Yeah. Well,
I get it. Ethan Hawke in 95. I get it.
He had quite a lot of riz. I was like,
There's quite.
I'd go sit with him in the cafe car.
Like that was Ethan Hawke when he just before he got married to Uma Thurman. Like I get it.
Yeah.
What did y'all think of Before Sunrise?
I mean, I think I knew, for never having seen this movie, or obviously the other 2 follow-ups to this movie, I think I knew exactly what I was getting into from the jump.
Yeah.
I was not surprised by any part of this movie. I think it's a really pretty much straightforward. You nailed the entire plot in about a sentence. That's really about it. It's, you're dealing with 2 people who have just met, going through romance, relationships, love, falling in love, getting to know each other, not going to that play that I really wanted them to go to.
I wanted to go to the play so badly.
God, fuck. There was so much. I also want to know.
I'm glad they addressed it again.
Did he pay for that bottle of wine eventually? We'll never know.
I'm sure. You know what? It might come up in the sequel.
Maybe now I have a reason to actually watch the sequels. But like I've always heard,
I don't want to watch the sequels just because.
Well, yeah, I do too.
That, and I also have them on Criterion.
Well, there you go. No, but this was a trilogy that I'd always heard very great things about.
Very
and
widely
people
regarded,
fucking would
yeah.
jizz all over about it, and how like what a wonderful romantic film it is, and like the chemistry between them, and just them having a whirlwind and this fantasy about just meeting a stranger on the train and spending one exact day together, but falling so madly in love that they agree at the end to meet up again, kind of thing, because they absolutely need to see each other again. And
Yeah,
I get it, like all of the themes, the feelings, the Ethan Hawke and
Julie Delpy.
Julie Delpy are fantastic in this, and the only reason this movie works is because they work.
It's some of the best chemistry I've ever seen on screen.
Absolutely.
But it's also because it's literally just them talking, so it has to be great chemistry.
It has to be. Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. Like, I don't know that I absolutely loved it, but I enjoyed it for exactly what it was. It doesn't pretend to be anything it's not.
No.
And it's well written, and
yeah, a little slice of life.
Yeah. It's not super long. That's always nice.
I thought it got a little lengthy. I think they could have. I think they could have like trimmed it down.
Because they didn't
slightly.
go to the play.
It's because they didn't go to the play. Yeah, mostly.
I'm sorry, but if you meet two guys on a bridge and they start telling you about a play with an anthropomorphic cow that comes to life and can smoke with its hooves, what the fuck are you doing? What else is there to do in Vienna at this point?
Like
go to this play. It's at 9:15. You were in the area at 9:15. Go to the play.
I'm really.
That's the most unhinged shit I've ever heard.
I'm really upset they didn't go to the play. I love that they brought it up later, but I'm very upset that they didn't go to the play.
Insane. How about you both, though?
I dug it. I really enjoyed it. I loved the aching, the longing, just like the little looks that they're giving each other, like especially in the record store when they're testing out the record.
Yeah.
Like just like the little looks that they keep giving each other.
Small glances.
The small glances.
This is your bread and butter, Dave. Like
it is my bread and butter.
This is definitely your bread and butter.
When it started, it got like 10 minutes in, and I was like, "Yeah, this is."
Yeah, this had Dave written all over it.
This is a Dave. This is a Dave movie.
I think I've seen 20 or 30 movies with Dave that are all like this.
This is a Dave movie, and Mom was sitting there with me, and she's like, "Is this all it is?" I was like, "Yeah." And
Did she just leave?
She left for a bit, and she came back. She's like, "Did anything happen?" I'm like, "They've still been talking." She's like, "Did they sleep together?" I was like, "Well, they're just talking, Mom."
They're not gonna.
She was just like, "Okay,"
but look how passionately they make out.
And then she was like,
"I like that they didn't have sex."
Sure,
yeah,
they might have.
No.
In the park. You don't think they had sex in the park?
No.
I think they had sex.
She said no.
No.
Yeah, and then she jumped on him.
Yeah, she said
passionately kissed.
I believe in her. I believe in her morals and standards.
I know they definitely fucked in that park.
I'd like to believe they didn't.
They most certainly fucked in the park. Anyways, back to Mom. I was like,
oh God.
I was like,
that was a weird transition.
She's like, all right. I was like, do you like it? And she's like, it's all right. I was like, do you want to watch the next one with me? She's like, there's more than one. I was like, there's 3 of them. She's like, there's 3 of them?
Yeah.
What happens in them? I'm like, pretty much this. And she's like,
it's just later in life.
Joking?
Yeah. It's a neat concept. Like, I like the fact that like the next 2 movies are sort of spread far apart, and they're both
they're both 9 years apart.
Yeah, so like you're dealing with them at a later stage in life. So I like that as a concept.
Well, I think it's also that's what Linklater likes doing.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the whole concept of Boyhood.
Yeah,
and he's making another one right now that's like 20 years or something.
Good for him. I'll see it never.
You'll watch it.
Maybe I never watched Boyhood.
You haven't seen Boyhood? It's really good.
No.
It's really good.
I've only seen it once.
No. Was it really good?
Once is enough. It is a very good movie, but it is not something you watch multiple times.
I have it on Criterion.
Of course you do.
I really liked it. I did. I like the way he likes to play with time.
Yeah. It is a little bit odd that for all 3 of us, this was a blind spot.
It is very
and maybe
odd.
not so much for Tony and I, but definitely for you.
Well, I've had it.
Weird.
I bought it. I wanted to watch it. I just haven't watched it yet. So I'm glad that I had the opportunity to watch it. I thought it was I think it could have used some trimming, but like...
Yeah.
The chemistry
it didn't feel
fucking,
so long.
No, I never said that.
Yeah.
But the chemistry is incredible. Like there's that one scene where they're just like telling each other secrets or whatever on the fucking the train, on the trolley, and it's like unbroken. And I was just like,
yeah.
And you could see that like the look on their faces, like they're looking at. There's a couple of moments where they're looking at the camera type thing, or looking behind them to see like. What like do we keep going type thing?
Yeah.
And it's really, really well done.
Yeah.
And I was very enamored by it, and I thought they were both incredible, and I immediately wanted to watch the next two.
Yeah.
It was a huge blind spot for me. The fact that I went through 4 years of film school and I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's also a little crazy.
It's a little crazy because there's a lot of people who talked about this movie. There were even people who tried to mimic some of the monologues.
It's a real film bro-y movie.
It's definitely a fucking film bro-y movie.
Well, yeah, it's a Linklater. Of course, it's a film bro-y movie.
After all this time, after all this anticipation, after all the hype, I wanted to like it a little bit more. It just didn't.
The fuck out of here.
I know, right? I'm probably going to get a lot of flack from some of my film buddies about this. But
get Ricky on the phone.
Yeah.
We'll get him to slap some sense into you.
Hey, man, Ricky signed my fucking steelbook copy of Dazed and Confused. He was very dazed and confused when he saw the cover, but he still signed it for me.
Did you call him Ricky?
Sure did.
Absolutely.
I called him Mr. Linklater.
Mr. Ricky.
It just didn't hit me as much as I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to hit me a lot harder. To be perfectly honest with you, I think the sequel's going to hit me a little bit harder.
Well, yeah, because you're also in the right age bracket for the sequel.
Yeah, and I don't think there was necessarily anything in this to hit you hard. It was just kind of warm and fuzzy the whole time, and there wasn't like a brick dropped on you at any point. Like it was like,
well, they're still like wet behind the ears. They're just in their early 20s. That's why the sequel's going to hit him like a stack of bricks.
Exactly. But that's what I mean. Like I don't even know that you could have expected that to happen in this based on what it was.
Just like my whole feelings on like relationships and love.
Oh,
and
sure.
Like
yeah, it's
that
young
kind of
love,
thing.
dude.
It's young love. So I thought that would hit me, right? Because like I remember being young and in love and being fucking stupid.
Difference between remembering and being in that age.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
I think it's genuinely because you're not in your 20s. I think if
Yeah.
you were in your 20s, you would probably feel differently about it.
It's quite possible. There were times where I really wanted to beat Ethan Hawke over the head with a
shoe?
No, a newspaper.
A newspaper?
Just wanted to be like
a bag
shut
of Valencia oranges.
Oh man!
Like he goes on some tangents and stuff. Kind of reminded me of another guy I know who's sitting across the table from.
He watches a lot of Linklater.
He does. He certainly does.
But it was more of like
like you don't like the Newton Boys.
It's true. Newton Boys is a hell of a movie.
What was frustrating too is like she was trying to say something. He would just jump in and it's like, yeah, I know. So like this was happening to me. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up.
But that's
his character. It's his character.
It's his character.
He's very neurotic,
and he's a man.
Yeah,
sure.
Or sorry, he's
can't
a boy.
Shut the fuck up.
He's
and
a
listen.
boy who can't shut up and listen.
Who just wants his opinion to be heard.
Yeah, and his dick to be touched. But you know.
Julie Delpy in their 20s and him, come on. Like
don't get me wrong, still a very excellent movie.
Yes.
It's very great. It deserves the praise that it gets. I just wanted to like it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
I genuinely think you'll watch the next one and you're gonna just
Dave's putting in his top 4 of all time now.
Yeah.
I genuinely think you'll. I haven't seen it yet, but I genuinely feel you're going to feel differently.
And to be perfect,
because I have a feeling that I'm going to feel differently.
To be perfectly honest with you, though, after I watched the first one, I immediately wanted to watch the second one.
Yeah,
and you know what? I was probably following.
And then after we watch the second one, we probably should wait like 9 years for the third one because I don't think we'll be in the right age range.
No, probably not.
Can't do it. You gotta wait.
I'm close.
Yeah, Dave's getting close.
Yeah, it's fine. He can watch it before us.
But just before we finish off. You mentioned Gen X with Tank Girl. Yeah. Gen X. This felt very Gen X-y as well.
Yeah, a little less so because I feel like Tank Girl, in terms of its vibes and its attitude, it lives in that time.
It's still like it doesn't feel
has a little bit more timelessness to it.
I don't think it does. I still think it feels very 90s.
Well, sure. There's no phones.
Well, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
is there's no phones and that they're just living in the moment.
Yeah, they have to ask 2 gentlemen on a bridge what to do in Vienna instead of Googling what the fuck to do in Vienna for a day.
Right. I don't know. It's just like now that you mentioned the Gen X-ness of Tank Girl, I'm seeing It's not quite as pronounced, but
they're still.
It's definitely like the same feeling versus when we talked about the 2005 movies, where that didn't feel specific to 2005. It just felt dated because there were no phones.
Yeah.
Right? Like you couldn't, like I wouldn't have been able to say, oh, these movies both came out, all three of these movies came out at the same time. These two I can definitely see came out around the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They do feel both a product of the time that they were made, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Dave.
This wasn't, I don't know how we ended up, like he picked Tank Girl.
I
We
did.
all agreed on Before Sunrise.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to this last one.
I think it was kind of Tony said it out loud and was like, "You want to do like a Wong Kar-wai?" And
No, I think it was Dave.
I don't think
it
I
was
would pick this.
Dude, I don't think I would have said Wong Kar-wai right off the bat. As soon as we said 95, I was like Before Sunrise.
No, I think you know what you were reading titles out, and you said Fallen Angels, and Dave was like, "Oh yeah, maybe that one," and then I was just like, "Fuck it, do it."
Either way, Baby's
No.
first Wong Kar-wai.
No, you're right, because we were going through the list of movies
Yeah.
and I landed on a Wong Kar-wai movie, and Dave's like, why don't we just do that?
Yeah,
And this leads to Baby's
Fallen
first
Angels.
First Wong Kar-wai, Fallen Angels.
yeah.
Which, if I read right, premiered at TIFF.
Wild.
Fun fact: both Before Sunrise and Fallen Angels not premiered, but were at the Berlin Film Festival.
Oh,
Yeah, because this was at TIFF and Before Sunrise was at Sundance.
Oh,
Which
interesting.
makes sense because
This is
Before
a
Sunrise is
Sundance movie.
very, very Sundancey.
Yeah, absolutely. it is.
That tracks.
Like 3 seconds into that movie, I was like, yeah, this is a
Sundance.
Sundance movie.
Yeah.
And you telling me Fallen Angels was in the TIFF? That makes sense because
Yeah.
it's a very much a TIFF movie.
Yeah,
So anyways,
Wong Kar-wai.
Fallen Angels, Wong Kar-wai. This
I can't believe this is your first.
my first Wong Kar-wai, Baby's first Wong Kar-wai. All of this to say, it is about, I guess, a hitman and his
Handler.
handler,
Yeah.
and kind of how they're going through life,
Yeah,
as well as some other sawed-off prick who just is a mute,
yes,
and how he's going through life,
Yep.
and just how they kind of all intersect.
yep.
The assassin's trying to get out of the game.
He's trying to get out of the game. She wants him to
Assassin's
stay
trying
in
to
the
get out of
game,
the game.
and then this sawed-off prick is just kind of like
Existing.
existing
there.
on the
Yeah.
sidelines type
Yeah.
thing.
Welcome to Wong Kar-wai.
Welcome
Dave.
to Wong Kar-wai, Dave. It's a lot of narration, a lot of extreme close-ups, a lot of masturbation, a lot
surprising amount of masturbation.
a lot of smoking,
Oh yeah.
a
lot of
lot of smoking,
Hong
welcome, to
Kong,
Wong,
Dave.
welcome to Wong Kar-wai.
Welcome
Dave.
to Wong Kar-wai.
a lot of smoke. This
It's
guy's
Hong Kong in the
I
90s.
love how this guy's like, welcome to Wong Kar-wai, like he's a fucking Wong Kar-wai expert.
I've at least seen one other Wong Kar-wai,
Okay, motherfucker. I still don't think
and
you're...
the
not
vibes
the
are
same.
very similar.
Is it the same one as mine, or is it
Chungking.
different? Oh, You've
Yeah.
seen Chungking?
Yeah,
buddy. We
Welcome to Wong Kar-wai.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
Don't forget about like that weird like fucking editing where it like streaks, right? Like
Oh yeah.
like fucking JJ Abrams would be like
Yeah.
losing his mind
yeah.
at like this streak.
Maybe that's what he watched.
You know
in
what,
film
though?
That's
school.
probably
was
what he
just like,
did.
I like this. This is now
Let's fucking do
my
it.
entire identity.
being. Yeah.
That's a film bro thing to do, right?
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
film
Make,
bro
make,
thing to
make
do.
one thing your whole thing. But like, honestly, like I love the colors in this movie so much. Like Hong Kong looks incredible in it.
So good.
That shot, you know, where she's like resetting his room, and it's like outside the window, and it just kind of like pans down and like pans back up, and you're kind of in and out of it, just hanging out at the street. I love the way that he shoots shit because it's like I would never think to do that. It's the subway is like up in your like a fisheye lens on so much nonsense. Like it's wild.
It's wild, and like even the shot that's on the cover,
Yeah.
where they're both on the bike.
Yeah.
From the end of the movie.
Yeah, like that scene, that shot was really really good. Like he's the way that this movie is shot is just so incredible. Even when Buddy's just like hanging off the fucking when he's in the cafe and he's on the counter and he's just like kind of just lying there like half dead, just like whatever. Like the camera just sits on him, and it's just so the lighting, the color, it's fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Could have done with a lot less narration. The narration got on my nerves at some point.
Is that not something that's in Chungking?
I don't.
Not
To be perfectly honest with you, after I watched it, I was like, I hope to God Chunking's not like this, but I got a feeling it kind of is.
Yeah, no, it is, but I don't think it's to the same degree. Like this is
I liked
heavy.
The heavy narration. I liked hearing the
inner thought,
internal monologues type thing, and I thought it spoke more to the characters and kind of, I know the show don't tell type thing, but like it's still.
I think it helps set the mood.
I think it's helped set the mood.
Yeah,
and it's very much like a character thing, right? Like you want to get in his head, you want to hear what he's thinking, and he's very much in his head. So
they're all just in their heads,
exactly,
right? And it's all about communication and not being able to say things.
Yeah, wanting to say something that you're too afraid to say, or it deals with this sort of like this theme of like loneliness in a city. Like they're
which
connected,
is a common
but they're
theme with him.
And an enormous city where you brush up against the same people and you don't have and you do or don't have relationships with them.
Yeah. Well, like even like the hitman's whole game is like, I don't like interacting with people. Like, I have a handler, but we never kind of meet, sort of thing.
They set everything up and I do the job and leave.
That's it. And that's all I want to do. And it's just this isolationist thing. Or even like when he runs into his elementary school friend. On the bus randomly, and he's just like, fuck that, I'm not going to this fucking wedding.
But he wanted to.
Yeah, and he hired the fucking hired a black lady and a kid to take a photo with him.
That was funny. That was funny. I just love that he doesn't respond at all. He's just
It I don't know, it's another, like, Tank Girl in a way is a kind of a vibe movie. It's just kind of fucking chaos nonsense. Before Sunrise, also a little bit vibey in the way that you're kind of just like on this kind of little romantic journey. This is a vibe.
They're all vibes.
They're all vibes. Like even the soundtrack was incredible. But that comes with the territory. Like his soundtracks are fucking incredible.
Yeah,
I think we managed to get more of a better look at 95 and kind of thematic and stylistic versus when we did 2005 where we were all over the place type thing. Like I feel like we were a little more thematically
agree,
like without even trying, right? Because we just named 3 movies, but I think we like thematic and vibe and look and feel. When it ended, I wasn't exactly in love with it, but I wanted to rewatch it basically right away.
Yeah. His, this is only the second film I've ever seen of his. I want to watch more, but like every time I finish
one, buy you the box set on the weekend?
Yes, please. Every time I kind of hit one, I'm like, oh, you know what? I kind of want to run it back again, or I wanted to throw on Chungking after I watched this.
I wanted to immediately watch Chungking after.
Yeah, like it's
not in the mood for love.
I'm chomping at the bit to see that one too.
There's just something to be said about like it's. I feel like I don't know if there's sort of a mediocre way to get on Wong Kar-wai. I feel like you're either in or you're not.
It's true.
Because like if you're not kind of with Fallen Angels anyway, the way that I felt, like if you're not on board right away, it's going to be a hell of an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
It's just. You have to let it kind of wash over you. You don't really watch this movie. You kind of let it happen while you sit there and just kind of throw everything out and just let it go. Like
let it simmer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
totally
it.
Agree.
I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it a lot too. Wong Kar-wai is one of those filmmakers that I totally slept on. Another filmmaker where it's like, how the fuck did I go through 4 years of film?
It's
right
wild.
Because like
we did Chungking.
I watched
about Chungking for the last 15 fucking years.
But I should have paid more attention to it.
Yeah,
like we did an entire fucking unit, and it was hit, and he was the one that we were doing the entire conversation around.
Yeah.
Like Chunking Express, like got me out of a tricky situation on a fucking test.
Like good.
Multiple tests actually. Like that whole unit on him. I'm just kicking myself that I haven't paid more attention and seen more of his films.
He's one of the most unique sort of visions that he can put on screen.
Put him against other filmmakers, you can spot him from a mile away.
Yeah.
His
style is so well carved out.
Exactly. Like you know that it's a Wong Kar-wai movie.
Yeah, because the guy's smoking and it's up in his fucking nostrils.
Yeah, up his nostrils, bright as shit colors, depressing as fuck subject matter, chain smoking.
Somebody's lonely.
Wong Kar-wai.
Just
He's been through a lot, okay? Hong Kong's a hell of a town.
Apparently. Like I said, I liked it, didn't love it, but I immediately
wanted to watch it again.
Watch it.
Yeah, I love that.
Immediately wanted to just bring it back and start again.
Yeah.
And pick all the things out that I wasn't paying attention enough to the first time.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there we go.
85 retrospect.
95.
95. I said 85.
We'll get to 80. We'll get to 85.
To be perfectly honest with you, I wrote down 85 on here.
Oh,
This whole fucking episode, planning it, like plotting and planning it, I literally thought we were doing 85.
Oh, 95,
because I will get into a little anecdote.
Oh, you did.
Hey. Tony's been saying that in the mirror every morning. Anecdote.
Got a little thing for our next segment.
I love this. So, do we want to head into that next segment now?
Yeah, let's go a little spooky.
Let's do that.
Evil lurking deep inside, its darkness knows no limit. So listen closely if you dare. This is the Shudder Minute.
So it's that time.
So
spooky.
Continuing on the retro
95
train.
spooky.
95 spooky.
Oh wait, did you fuck up and watch an 85 spooky?
So
no, we watched a 95.
I watched a 95 spooky.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a little film that was at Midnight Madness at Toronto.
My god! In 95.
In 95.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Mute Witness.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny because I got 10 minutes in and I was like, are you sure this is 95? This kind of sounds like 85. It kind of looks like 85. And I had a little panic attack that I found the wrong fucking movie.
Yeah.
Sure enough, it's 95.
Oh, just designed to look exactly like 1985?
This looks like an 80s movie through and through. It does not look like a 95 movie.
Man, they were already
at
nostalgic for the 80s in 95.
Pretty sure they were nostalgic for the 80s immediately after the 80s ended.
In January 2nd, 1980, they were already nostalgic for the 80s.
It's true.
Anyways, Mute Witness, pretty simple premise. There is a film shooting in Russia, and a makeup artist who is a mute, but she can hear you. She just can't talk.
Was she a witness?
That's what mutes are, Tony.
Yep. Thank you.
Was she a witness?
She was a witness. Yeah, we're getting there, James.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're filming.
The brakes there, Chief.
They're filming. There's a lot of people talking in Russian. A lot of no subtitles for the Russian.
You don't need to know.
Exactly,
It's
because
not for you.
You're pretty much. They're trying to put you in the same headspace as the characters, because the characters are both looking at each other, being like, "What the fuck are these guys saying?"
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, so they immediately the shit's going down on production. They shut it down, and they're just like, "You're out of time. You got to go for the day." And the titular mute witness gets stuck on set. Stumbles upon a group of people that are filming what looks to be a porno, but then she quickly realizes that it's actually a snuff film because that girl's getting brutally murdered.
Shit.
Turn down what?
Does she stand in the corner?
She stands off to the side and watches the whole thing happen.
She like getting cucked to snuff films, like
pretty much.
All right.
Anyways, so she uncovers something that she shouldn't.
Sure.
And basically, the rest of the movie is a cat and mouse because they got to get her, but she's crying wolf. Basically,
She's not crying.
She's not crying, but they think that she's crying wolf, even though that she's described the entire thing to her, but they cover it up and all this stuff. And then it's actually like it's a lot bigger than she thinks it is.
Oh, it's a conspiracy.
And it's a conspiracy. Wow. And shit goes sideways and then shenanigans ensue. Is
it just a lot of her like writing on a pad of paper? Like what are we?
Yeah. Yeah. And then when she calls, the phone's like hooked up to like a computer so that she can type, and then she's like trying to there's a scene where she's trying to call 911 because there's someone trying to break into her thing, and then like the 911 operator's not like understanding her, and she's like, please help, but it's like going through the computer, and she's like, ma'am, I can't understand you,
please help. Help! Oh God!
Because they think it's a prank call,
right?
So there's a lot of that, and there's a lot of cleverness at points. It tries to be a little bit too clever, but overall, it was a pretty fun ride. I'm not gonna lie. Right. I'm not gonna be like chomping at the bit for the Arrow
I thought you were gonna say for the sequel. I'm like, Mute Witness 2. Can I get a witness?
I honestly thought that it was just going to be a single location. She was trapped. She sees it, and then she's trapped in the studio for 95 minutes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't that at all. It like it goes out bigger, and then they trying to like build the story around, and like it's like a lot of like misdirection,
right,
kind of thing. So I'm glad it wasn't like the one location bit. I'm glad that it was kind of bigger. It wasn't what I was expecting at all. But overall, it was a pretty fun watch. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
But it does look like an 80s movie. Not even a 90s movie, not even a little bit. And I did have that little like come to Jesus moment where I was just like, did I fuck this up? And so that was it. Mute Witness. It's on Shudder.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So it was a better pick than Ginger Dead Man.
Nothing is a better pick than Ginger Dead Man. That is a fever dream that I will live with for the rest of my life.
I'm just glad that Ginger Dead Man just like spawned into the sequel, Ginger Dead Man 2, The Passion of the Crust.
Yeah, excellent.
Which I think is a way better movie, way better title, and is just a fun ride.
There's something to be said though for Ginger Dead Man.
I really want to see the third one where they go back into time, and then I want to see the fourth spinoff where
Evil Bong.
With Evil Bong.
Evil Bong, that's right. Oh, the crossovers.
Crossover, yeah. I feel like that would just be a fun
Dead
ride.
Cinematic universe.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, let's. We got a screener to talk about. So
it's screener time.
Let's do it.
It's screener time. The movie's not even out yet. You cannot watch it. We'll tell you if it's any good. Screener time.
What screener did you watch?
I kind of like this episode and where it's going because like the movies that we're covering are all simple premise.
Simple premise.
Yeah. Right. And this movie called Stealing Pulp Fiction is also a simple premise.
Did they steal Pulp Fiction?
It kind of sounds like what's in the title.
Pretty much. So
Yeah.
I summed it up in 3 words.
Did they steal a film print of Pulp Fiction? Like, what are we getting at?
3 friends decide to steal a film print of Pulp Fiction.
Nailed it.
But not an ordinary film print of Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino's personal copy.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, of course.
It stars John Rudnitsky from SNL fame.
Sure.
Very short stint on SNL. And
short stink or short
Oh, he stank.
Yeah, he stank. And your guys' best friend, Karen Sony.
I love Karen Sony.
Oh, I love him.
He's in it. And Jason Alexander's in it too.
Oh, okay.
And
as Quentin Tarantino?
Nope. That is another man who plays Quentin Tarantino, and his jaw is definitely not the same. The makeup done on the guy who plays Quentin Tarantino is absolutely horrendous.
God.
Shouldn't have been included at all in the movie, but hey, what can you do from a movie that's only 78 minutes?
Wow, that is blissfully short.
I feel like we've been talking longer than 78 minutes.
But this movie was fun. It's stupid. It's really outlandish. Jason Alexander, I don't know what he's doing, but sure, glad to have him back.
He probably doesn't know what he's doing.
He plays a shrink with like in a crisis.
Okay, so he does know what he's doing.
So basically,
neurotic is what he's playing.
So basically, like he brings in his patients, who is the two leads, right? But then he does like a role reversal thing because like he's having marital problems. So like he gets them to ask him questions so that he can open up. Yeah, it's stupid shit. It's stupid shit like that. Karen Sony is amazing because he's amazing in everything that he does.
Yeah. That's true. These are true facts,
right? I liked his chemistry with John Radisky as well. The two of them play best friends. They're awesome together.
Cool.
There's a third one whose name is escaping me right now. She's awesome in it. And her name is Cassie David. Plays Elizabeth. She's really awesome. Oliver Cooper is in it too. Dave, you know who that is?
I do know that. That guy's a shit weasel.
He's a shit weasel, and he plays a shit weasel in this too.
Naturally,
it's funny because in the movie they're like trying to steal it, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Then they're like splitting it up, right? Because it's 6 film reels. So it's like, what are you gonna do with your? What are you gonna do with your thing? What are you gonna do with your
reel?
Right? And they go to the girl and be like, "What are you gonna do with the reel?" And she's like, "I'm gonna fucking burn it." Because,
cool,
right? Because the two of them are like worshiping Quentin Tarantino, and she thinks he's a misogynistic prick who has a foot fetish and is hateful towards women and all this nonsense, right? So she's like, that's why I want to fucking burn it.
Sure.
And spoiler alert, she burns it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
But there's like this whole side plot with QT as well. Like he's a character in it, and he finds out that they stole it, and then he goes after them. And it's
why do they want to steal it?
Because they want to make money.
Okay.
And they know that it's worth its weight in gold.
Sure.
True line from the movie.
Sure. I don't think that it is, but sure.
Whatever.
It might be worth something.
It might be. It's probably in better condition than the beat to shit copy we saw.
That's probably true, but it would also be hard to sell it since it's his.
Yeah.
Either way, this movie
is still alive.
Yeah.
This movie's indie to the max. It was decent for what it was. Harmless fun. Don't expect anything.
Sure.
Don't expect Schindler's List caliber acting.
No one is.
That's what I was expecting. So I'm kind of upset that that's not what I'm getting.
Yeah.
But it was fun for 78 a movie that's 78 minutes, maybe even be 77, because there's like an extended dance scene at the end.
Of course,
naturally, there has to be.
Of course, there's a lot less. There's a lot more or a lot worse movies you could be watching.
Fair enough,
but it's decent.
All right, it's on VOD now.
Yes,
nice.
Yes.
Good stuff. So now everyone can watch it. I love it. Shall we get into what we would like to refer to as the main event?
Yes.
We are going to talk about the new tentpole blockbuster starring big-name movie star Bradley Pitt. F1.
Maverick.
Maverick. Maverick.
The movie.
The movie. Zoom Zoom Cargo Fast.
If we really want to get technical, it's F1 registered trademark : the movie.
Yeah, great.
AKA
produced by Lewis Hamilton.
Yes,
AKA
who's a character in the movie.
Who's also a character and plays himself in the movie.
AKA Maverick in Cars.
AKA product placement. The movie.
Apparently, buddy. To be perfectly honest with you, no. When they say that budget was huge, well, no wonder it was fucking huge because the amount of money that they got from the fucking sponsors in that movie,
that man,
incredible.
That man fucked a woman wearing his Rolex, and then stood up to go be morose outside. And as he got out of the sheets, he made sure that the Rolex was on full display.
I like the bit where the other guy, the other racer, is like promoting stuff, like he has the credit card, and then he's like using the shark.
Expensify,
Expensify spent quite a bit of money on that thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, like on one token, it's a formula. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this plot. Simple premise: underdog racing team needs to win big race.
not even big race, just needs to win because they're
Needs to win.
they're going
Needs to win.
Needs
yes,
to
win.
get some points.
Needs to
they're
get some.
gonna, they need to get some points
on
the board
Yeah.
because they're going to get broken up at the end of the season if they don't.
And the owner calls in his buddy who was a famous driver back in the day, and he hopes that
And
he will inspire
them to
win.
rise up.
Scene. That's it.
Oh, and the driver has a bit of a past.
No
Imagine
shit.
that.
No shit.
Yeah. You got this washed up guy who's racing Formula 2 and Formula 3, and you don't think he has a bit of a past? Of course he does.
And it happens to be Brad Pitt, who also has a past,
Yeah.
a checkered past. So it's also seems very
On the nose.
on the nose.
Yeah.
And then there's also the young ingenue who is a hotshot racer and wants to make a name for himself and doesn't want to play team and has to learn to be a team.
So let's talk about a little bit of the actors. So obviously we talked about Brad Pitt, who I struggled to disassociate from Brad Pitt the entire movie because he's just Brad Pitt.
I want to talk. Let's talk. You know what?
But it also stars Tamsin Idris,
Who is the young
titular
ingenue.
young ingenue.
Young ingenue. I'm going to find out
You
what his.
fucking,
I'm sorry.
fucking pretentious prick.
That's the word that I was thinking of.
You got Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem.
Joshua Pierce. That's what Damson Idris's name is. Joshua, because they keep calling him JP.
Yeah,
JP.
Joshua Pierce, yes. Tamsin Idris. Javier Bardem, who I love in most of everything that he does, and here is no exception.
You know what? I liked Carrie
Condon.
Carrie
Condon.
Condon. She knocks it out of the park in this one.
And
I
they
really
let her
like
use
it.
her actual accent.
Yeah.
Which I loved even more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she's barely decipherable for half the movie.
Yeah. So I enjoyed her being there, and then also that shit weasel that was the board member.
Tobias Menzies.
That's it.
Yeah,
And
he's a real shit weasel.
Then there's a handful of other people that are not super important.
Sarah Niles was the mother. Was Joshua Pierce's mother?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Niles
she was
great.
in
Ooh,
Ted Lasso.
and
Ted Lasso. Yeah.
And our boy Kim Bodina.
Kim Bodina, yeah.
Kim Bodina. When I saw his name appear in the credits, I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Love Kim Bodina.
Did one of these
excellent.
when I saw his name.
Love Kim Bodina.
And he was in it. He was in it for like most of the movie too. I fucking loved it.
He was
great.
in it.
Yeah.
Man, the fucking Killing Eve renaissance is upon us because fucking Jodie Comer's in 28 years later.
I love it.
Love it.
Just okay.
What?
So why don't we start? Do you want to start with Brad Pitt or do you want to talk about the movie first? Because I think we need to address Brad Pitt at some point. If you want to talk about the movie first or if you want to talk about Brad Pitt.
All right, let's talk about the movie first.
Okay,
then.
we'll talk about the movie first. I saw it in 4DX. Tony sat behind me because he had the high ground. You loser! And what did you?
That's fucking weird.
So Dave told me his his tickets and stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna do something. So I was like, I messaged him and I said, got my tickets, and he's like, cool. And then I sent him the meme being like, I have the high ground.
You're fucking wild.
And he sat behind us.
Did you have a nice 4DX experience? Did it work? Was it in sync?
It worked. It was in sync. It was very much
That's good. That's good.
cargo vroom vroom.
Yeah.
It's like the third car movie I've seen in 40X,
Yeah,
and it went vroom vroom.
It went vroom vroom. It
that's
wasn't
good.
quite Maverick levels of awesome or Twisters level of amazing,
man.
but it was still like you could smell the motor oil and like
Fair
the
enough.
fireworks were going off. We were getting sprayed with water, like misted with water.
Sure.
Like it was fun.
Sure.
It was fun. It wasn't distracting, and I was enjoying being in the cockpit with fucking the cockpit. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah.
The driver's seat.
Yeah.
The
I'll call
driver's
it that.
seat.
Yeah, I'll
Say
go
the
with
dri-
the
say the
cockpit's
driver's
fine,
seat.
but
The driver's seat with Brad Pitt.
yeah.
So I think it added to the experience. I'm sure it looks. I've heard it looks amazing in IMAX. I'm sure it sounds amazing in IMAX. I'm sure your seats are fucking vibrating in IMAX.
Sure.
But I enjoyed it, and we saw it with a sold out crowd, so that was
Nice.
kind of cool.
That's fun.
Sold out crowd on 11:30 show on Canada Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
fun.
packed. Once I got
11:30 a.m.
11:30 a.m. Yeah.
Wow.
When I got into the theater because we got there.
It's not Nolan. I'm not seeing it 11:30
Yeah,
p.m.
definitely not. When I got in there and like most of the seats were filled, I was like, "Holy fuck, yes, packed crowd. We're gonna fucking do this." And it was a pretty decent crowd too.
Yeah. Unlike also 11:30 for this movie. This movie was fucking 3 hours.
It's long.
It's long as shit.
It is long.
I saw it in regular. for the record. I had a great time. I enjoyed myself. I got to kick someone out of my seats.
Nice.
Love when that happens.
I can't, like, so first of all, we, for the reason I was asking about the 40X thing, because I don't think I've said it on the podcast, but the last 40X movie I saw ended up being trash bags, and they had to give us courtesy tickets. So we used 2 courtesy tickets, because I was like, fuck it, whatever, it's free. But that means you also have to go to the theater to use them.
Yes, you do.
And pick your seats on the little screen, which was kind of fun. So we picked 2 seats in a row that had literally nobody in it. And got our popcorn, whatever, we go in. And as we come in, lo and behold, 2 chuckle fucks are sitting in our seats. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, but I picked these seats for a reason, because this row is fucking empty and I want these seats because it was dead center and perfect spot. And they were like, oh, whatever. And as he's going, he's like, I can't believe someone's being like, you could have just sat anywhere. As he went and then sat somewhere else again with his wife. I'm like, you bought tickets. Anyway, whatever. Fuck him.
I just, if the movie has started already and there's empty seats,
that's different. This was
different.
Before the pre-show even ended.
If it's before the pre-show has ended, you can't
Get
take
fucked.
someone else's seats.
Yeah. Go sit in your seat until you know for sure.
You know for sure. You just fucking just live
or
with
if you run into a super friend of the podcast, Matt Layden, at a show, then you know the seat directly beside him is free. So it's fine.
True. This is true.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's because I've sat in different sat in different seats, and there's been the one time there were 10 people in the theater and somebody sat in my seat, and I was like, why?
Man, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I loved the time where we came in and there was 2 people in front of us, and they literally were like going up, and I was just like, went to Melissa, I was like, they're gonna sit in our seats, you watch. She's like, no, they're not, they're fine. Sure enough, they sat down, and we were literally sit down, and I'm right beside them. I'm like, they look at me, I was like, yep. And he's like, I'm sorry. And then they got
yeah, but at least he said he was sorry. He wasn't like
not
this
fucking grumble fuck. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Well, you never used to have to fucking sit.
But like
Was this the first time you've been out to the theater in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Like,
but like the odds of like 2 people in front of you and they fucking sit in your seat.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
Anyway, back to the movie. So saw it in regular. I had a great time because this movie. I say at the end of this, and we'll talk sort of about the filmmaking and everything else before we get into other things. This movie deserves a big screen. It
was made for the big
beautifully shot. Joseph Kosinski. I've enjoyed his work for the last. I guess this is the 4th that I can name off the top of my head. Because Tron Legacy. Oblivion, Maverick,
Only the Brave that I haven't seen.
Oh, Only the Brave. That's right.
And Spiderhead, which we covered on the podcast.
We did cover Spiderhead. That's right.
And I'm pretty sure he had a big hand in Twisters.
Yeah. Yeah, but
like, I know he didn't. I know it was.
He produced it, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I know it was Minari guy did Twisters, but I believe Kosinski worked on it for quite a bit. And he was probably a producer.
The way that he chose to shoot this, very much in the style of Maverick, of really trying to put you in the action and in the driver's seat and with the actors as they're driving these cars and kind of going for broke on that was...
He did the story. Sorry, he wasn't producer. He did the story of Twisters.
Was thrilling.
Yeah.
Like, it's... You know, I think back to, and I don't know if either of you have seen it, but Grand Prix did a lot of heavy lifting for this movie. Like, it's one of the most beautifully shot racing movies from the 60s, but they mounted cameras to the cars back then, and like the shots that they got are insane, and it's very much almost fucking duplicated here.
Yeah.
That, or another one of my favorite ones is obviously Ford v Ferrari. I love that movie.
It reminded me of Ford v Ferrari a lot.
Yeah,
but
Rush.
Rush, yes, as well.
You and your driven.
But Ford v Ferrari, I think, is the better shot of some of those.
Yeah.
I like.
I think it's also very much Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
like
very
he's
much
trying
so.
to do another.
It's Top Gun Maverick.
It's very similar
Again.
thematically to Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
and it's shot a very similar way.
Very much so. Yeah.
And it was probably a lot easier to get people to race cars than it was to get them to
fly jets. And not even fly jets, but like, yeah.
Be in the back of the fighter
exactly.
jet.
But also hiring pilots to now pilot these. It's way more expensive to do that shit than this.
Yeah. That's funny that you guys bring up Maverick because after the movie was over, Melissa looked at me and she was like, "Babe, I kind of want to watch Maverick."
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
I didn't even miss a beat. I literally took her by the hand and I got her in the car and we drove to the house and we immediately watched Maverick.
As you do.
As you
Yeah.
do.
As you do. Like, I'm not dissing it or anything, but it is simplistic in its design on purpose.
On purpose.
But it's shot very similar.
Yeah. And I think that
style.
works in this. I think it works in this film's favor. You don't need this to be an overly complex story. It's not an overly complex thing.
Not in the slightest.
You're there for cargo fast zoom zoom, and you get cargo fast zoom zoom. I also like
a promo for fucking F1.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about the heavy-handedness of F1 in this in a moment. The other thing, there was one moment though that I really, really liked, and I think it just is a really good representation of sort of the visual storytelling that should have happened maybe even a little bit more often in this film. But there is a lot of tire talk in this fucking movie.
There was a lot of tire talk.
Lot of tire talk. Hard, soft, mediums, fucking which tires to put on when and all of this. It was a crash course in rubber.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I kind of get it. Like, they didn't really explain it. They kind of did, but you're kind of picking it up. You're like, all right. And then there's that scene towards the end. I think it's in the Vegas race, and JP is out there on. He's been out there for ages and trying to win this. He should have pitted a while ago, but they kind of do a jump cut, and there's a lot of jump cuts in this because obviously you're not going to watch a 40 lap race. But there's a moment where it's just a shot of the tire. And then it like jumps to lap 20, but it doesn't change shot. It just, you see the tire wear itself down, and you're fine. To me, it was just like, okay. Now in my head, I can put it together. I understand the problem. Like, I can now visually see it. You keep telling me, oh, he's been out there too long. Oh, my tires are shot. And aside from like the tire blowouts that happen, which are very obvious, and you can get it. This was a properly. It should have been done way earlier. Of like, oh, I see what you're talking about now.
I think they did enough to explain it.
Yeah,
to people who don't understand.
Yeah,
but not over-explain it for people who do.
Yeah,
so that people who do
it's a hard balance.
Are not like.
But I think doing
this
something
is
like
bullshit. This would never happen type thing. Like, oh, this is so fucking stupid.
But I think doing something like that though, where instead of just saying it to me over and over, just show me it. Like, show, don't tell. Like, that did more for me than the amount of jargon that I picked up in 3 hours.
It's 2.5.
Whatever. It's 3 with the amount of Cineplex nonsense.
Stupid trailers. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. We got what were the fucking weird trailers we got?
I got the PTA trailer.
We had that one. We had Smashing Machine. We had fucking.
So we had that random car movie.
Yeah, there was a French car movie, which made sense.
Makes sense.
And
did you get that
Downton Abbey?
Downton Abbey, yeah.
Oh no! So we had
Downton Abbey in 4DX, James.
That Downton Abbey trailer was like, what the fuck? I felt like I saw the whole movie in the trailer.
The whole movie's in the trailer.
That's nuts.
It's got Paul Giamatti. Like, I'm on board with Paul Giamatti.
Now, in 4DX,
you have my attention.
We have to go to 4DX for it. I need to understand what Downton Abbey and 4DX is. What am I smelling? Horse shit all the time? Like, what the fuck? What could that possibly be?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but
isn't it just people sitting in rooms shooting the shit?
I don't know.
Passing judgment.
Right.
I just think they didn't quite do it right, or they didn't put the right trailers with it. Like, it just didn't make sense.
We got PTA. We got Superman.
We got Superman too.
We got a French-Canadian, the Quebecois sort of Nordic racing movie.
That's the one we were
that's what you were talking about. It wasn't a car movie. It's a fucking snowmobile movie.
Sorry, whatever. It was racing. It made sense.
Yeah, it did. But I was like, the fuck is this shit? I kind of want to see it.
It'll be a TIFF next year. It's fine. Or it'll be a TIFF this year.
Yeah, I can't remember what the other one was. But anyways, nothing that I hadn't seen except for the PTA one, which was like, ooh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Anyway. 3 hours with
the
all
PTA
the notes.
trailer yet?
I hadn't yet. That was my first time seeing it. Yeah, I love it. I don't know. What else did
I enjoyed it. It's not quite turn your brain off, but it was entertaining enough, and it wasn't full blown dad movie. It was.
It's pretty close.
It's close. It's close.
I think my dad's gonna enjoy this movie.
I feel like dads will enjoy it, but I don't think it's a specific dad
No,
movie.
I agree. Oh, Nobody 2. That's the other fucking
Oh
trailer.
yeah, I think we got that one too.
Yeah. Sorry.
That movie looks like a blast.
That movie makes no fucking sense.
Don't care. It looks
All
like
right.
a blast. Holiday Road. Come on.
2 on the nose.
Come on.
2 on the nose.
I wish
Come on.
it was a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
In the back,
It had
in
like
the back-
7 endings.
Yeah, in the back half, they could have trimmed. A lot. Again, you're like, I don't care about the backstory. I just want car vroom vroom.
I don't think there was even that much backstory in it.
There was too much.
I thought it was fine with the backstory.
I shouldn't say backstory, but a lot of just nonsense and coming to terms with
But that's what you need in that kind of movie.
Do you need fucking 2.5 hours of that, Dave?
Top Gun was 2.5 hours.
Top Gun was 2:10. This movie,
it was not 2:10. It was close. It was longer.
Pull out your fucking 4K. I saw it. It's 2:10.
Fine.
This movie was 156, so it was 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Yeah,
it did not need to be like that.
Yeah.
That's fair. I wasn't bored by it. I did yawn, but I wasn't bored by it.
I was getting
moved
annoyed in the back half.
I agree, and also I don't understand what Brad Pitt's character's motivation was by the end of it, because he pulls that Baja poster down in fucking the laundromat that he's squatting in.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he was just doing his laundry.
Hang on. And also, yes, he was, because he fucking lives in a van. And the entire movie, they kept bringing up his fucking van. And I was like, man, this guy's just Chris Farley. He just lives in a van down by the river. Like, you don't want to end up living in a van down by the river. But at the end of it, so he picks up this flyer in the beginning. He does all of this F1 shit, which I assume lasted 6 to 8 months.
It did.
And then he goes to the Baja race, and they're like, "Why are you here? Baja? Like what? Like what the fuck is? What is
he
your
just wants
like
to race?
I
He just
understand
likes
he just
racing.
wants to race,
He
but
just
the way
likes
that
to race.
because that's the ending, and he's just like, I had to leave Formula One to go to this Baja race. Like,
He just wants to race, man.
I
He's got it in his blood. He
understand.
just likes to race.
it's just the way it comes across is like he saw this flyer before, and he's like, man, I really got to get to this fucking Baja race. I'm glad that Baja race was 8 months long, so that he was still there in time for the Baja race.
It's not deep.
Oh, it's not deep at all.
It's very surface level.
It barely
Everything is
scratches a fingernail at the surface.
Everything is very surface level.
Yeah.
It's a very tried and true fucking formulaic thing, and it's just cargo vroom vroom. It's just enjoyable, and the way they shoot it makes it exhilarating.
Yeah, agree.
It's not like Ford v Ferrari has the excellent acting as well.
Oh, and the chemistry is way fucking better.
Right? This is just very straight and narrow.
Yeah.
But I did like the chemistry between him and Carrie. Like the chemistry between the two of them. But again, Brad Pitt could have a chemistry with this wooden board. And the wooden board would be like salivating at the mouth.
You know what?
Like,
I was impressed with, and I guess we're getting into acting conversations now, but I am impressed with Brad Pitt's restraint for not having to fucking put a snack in his mouth every fucking 3.5 seconds. His fucking acting crutch of always having some bullshit in his mouth.
It's a nervous thing, isn't it?
I don't know. He was able to he made it through F1 without needing to do it. So
he was wearing a helmet for half the movie, James.
Thank God.
He put anything in his mouth.
He had a straw in there that he was just sucking on a peanut or something.
It is hard to separate the art from the artist on this, because he does have the chemistry, he has the riz. He's not quite Tom Cruise.
No.
But it is a little challenging to watch it, and he's a washed up kind of, he's had a rough go of things, and he's trying to yep. That one scene was just like, yep. It's hard. It is a challenge, and I know I've seen multiple fucking articles now about Brad Pitt. Like, guys, he's still shitty.
Yeah.
And it is challenging, because I do like Brad Pitt as an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also hard to be like he's also a domestic abuser and he's also a piece of shit.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily
He's
have
not quite Mel Gibson levels of piece of shit,
That's
but
a
or
feat
your boy
that's
John
difficult.
or your boy John Voight. But
Oh, it's
I
another one that's hard to get
love
to.
how John Voight just always gets into the conversation somehow.
What do you think of my boner?
look at this boner. My God, Tony, my soul left my body. I can't.
I had
When
to
I saw that-
pause.
When I saw
And
that
go,
movie,
what?
my soul left my
I was
body.
pissed that we weren't together when that moment because I just literally wanted to look for you and be like, is this real life?
I can't believe that happened.
Is this?
I didn't struggle so
Cinema?
much. I didn't struggle so much with the artist thing. I just struggled a bit more with Brad Pitt not really like melding into his role. He was just Brad Pitt to me. He wasn't his character at all. Not because of anything that he's done in his own personal life. He didn't do much with it. He just kind of was. And I was like, all right, cool.
He was
That's
pretty-
his vibe
I
usually,
guess,
though.
yeah.
He was pretty much himself.
But sometimes,
He
like, I
goes-
feel like he can get into a role a little bit more. Like this, certainly, like, you know, you go back in his career, Ocean's 11, things like that. Like he was,
Bastards.
yeah, he can get into a role. This, I
Yeah.
felt like he didn't really do
No.
all that much.
He wasn't trying.
at
He
all.
wasn't trying hard.
Yeah. So that's where I kind
I
of
think he
struggled.
was just trying to be effortlessly cool, which is what he's doing.
Yeah.
but I like Damson Idris a lot.
I thought he was very good.
Buddy, I've been team
Idris.
since he showed up in fucking Snowfall, which
Sure.
is an underrated show that you all should be fucking watching.
all right.
But he's fucking great.
Yeah.
And like he needs to be in more things.
Yeah.
Because like he definitely has a
Absolutely.
career ahead of him.
Absolutely.
And he plays the part so well, being just like this cocky know-it-all
Yeah,
shit who
exactly.
just like thinks that like
he knows better than
He knows
everyone,
better than
and,
everyone, right?
No one can touch him. This guy's a washed up dirtbag.
you're at.
There was also random nonsense in this movie, like the lead tech guy who at the very beginning his like family shows up.
Yeah, Kim Bodina.
Yeah, and then at the end his wife, like he makes up with his wife after they win, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, he had a family. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
It felt. I know there's some choppiness to it.
Mhm.
There's some really hot young PYT who was supposed to be in the movie and play Idris's girlfriend or something. And she
Oh.
got completely chopped out of the movie. I
Really?
think she's
Oh.
in one scene. And
Wild.
like her big fan, her fandom is very upset about it.
Wild.
Oh shit.
Because
But
I don't know how
you know
she,
what?
but
Thinking about-
Kaczynski was just like there was no room for her.
Yeah.
thinking back, like I don't know how it would have worked in there and not made it extra complicated for no reason. Like,
Yeah, it makes sense why she's not there.
She doesn't need to be there. He's supposed to be focused on his career. Why? Like, it's not necessary to the story.
Yeah.
That and I don't think they play up the big romance with Carrie Condon that much.
No.
Like it's there.
You have your payoff moment where it's like building your moment, and then it's
like it's there, and
Yeah.
like there's still some
Then
lingering chemistry type thing.
then he before sunrises it at the end and
Pretty
goes
much.
to fucking race Baja.
yeah.
They'll meet up in 6 months down the road. It's fine.
It's true, but I don't think it was.
He's got a fuck
pronounced.
buddy in F1. He's good to go.
But it wasn't. It didn't take away from the story.
No.
It'd be weird if it didn't happen,
Yeah,
considering
yeah,
the way they play it up, right?
Also, speaking of choppiness, because it just didn't make any sense to me either. Like, so they finish the race or whatever, and the fireworks are going off, and he finishes the race. He's done with the celebrations. He walks all the way back to his room, packs a bag. He has this moment with Carrie, and they say their goodbyes, and then they do an overhead shot as he's like leaving the stadium, and the fireworks are still going.
Still going.
I was
yeah.
like, it's been 35 minutes. What the fuck is happening?
man,
Celebration.
where are they at the end?
And they're in Abu Dhabi.
That's why.
Sure.
Probably because they have enough money for
The fireworks
Batman
definitely had
fireworks.
stopped at some point. I think they just dropped it back in and went, yeah, it's fine. Didn't really matter. It was an overhead shot. Who gives a shit? But
Gives a shit.
I was like, the fireworks are still. I was, the fuck? Like,
I thought
semantics.
it is very much a promo for F1, though.
Yeah.
Like it's very much a promo for F1.
God,
I
yeah.
like that there was actual that they had all the sponsors, and I didn't think
Sure.
it really took away from the movie, and it wasn't.
It would have been
goof.
weird if it
wasn't-
wasn't there. If you're doing F1 now, if that is
I mean,
F1.
I know, but like they could have had some fake sponsors type thing.
Yeah,
I think it
I
would've taken
thought
it
the
away.
big sponsor for
One.
them was a fake sponsor.
Expensify?
No, the other one, the AGP.
Oh, APX or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Apex.
that
I'm pretty
Apex
Apex.
GB,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a fake sponsor.
Well, that wasn't really even a sponsor.
That's
That was
just
the
the
company.
that's just the
They made a
company.
fake company.
Make a
yeah.
big fun company.
But yeah, all the rest of the sponsors were real. But like, why
And
not?
all the other racers were real too.
Yeah, but like, why not? I mean, fuck, if they're just gonna throw money at you because like you'll get to fucking
subsidize them.
you get to fuck a girl and wear your Rolex at the same time. What the fuck? Like, all right,
If you owned a Rolex, wouldn't you fuck her when she was wearing it?
Dave, if I owned a Rolex, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, you get rid of you? What the fuck?
Oof, that says a lot.
And here I thought I would buy you guys Maseratis with all my money,
It's a
like
thin
Adam
line.
Sandler style.
It's a thin line between me here and not here, and it's one Rolex.
Motherfucker right here.
Guess
Like
who's not
$8
getting a
grand.
Hugo Boss suit?
I guess
No,
not.
not my Hugo Boss.
I guess not. Fuck this guy. No Hugo for you.
Yeah, but why the fuck not? Anyway, right? Like, why not just get all these fucking brands to just give you some cash and fucking put all their shit everywhere?
Right? And then they got the cred from F1 and they probably
Yep.
got subsidized to film during the
filmed,
races.
it looked like they filmed mostly, from what I could tell, on location. Whenever they
I
set up the
filmed
race, they just
I think they filmed
took some
during the
time to
races.
do the-
No wonder it took so long to film.
Yeah, you might as well just follow
as
F1
well.
around, and then, you know, the race happens, and on either side of that, like a month before, a month after, take over the track and fucking do what you got to do.
Or you film during the race.
Yeah, if you want some,
You film some at
scenes.
least some
Yeah.
of it during the race.
Yeah,
B-roll.
yeah.
Right. I don't know. I thought it was solid enough.
It's
I liked
harmless
it
fun.
enough. I liked it enough. I would watch it again.
I had
It's
fun.
a good win for Apple.
Yeah.
It's
I'm certainly gonna like watch it. You know, if whenever it goes on streaming with like the IMAX enhanced ratio, and like I'd like to see it again.
Yeah.
It's a nice summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
When you think of
that's
summer
a good-
blockbusters,
yeah.
this is a blockbuster.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was nice to, you know, for you guys to have a packed theater at 11:30 in the morning. My theater was kind of full, but like I like that people are heading out there for this. That really is
For a cinema movie?
for a cinema movie, for a movie that, you know, deserves the big screen. That isn't necessarily like a franchise. It's not a sequel to
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It's not a sequel to anything yet. It's not anything yet. It's
I heard there's an F4 coming out in a few weeks, though. So
what the fuck is F4? We're going to Formula 4?
I don't
That's
know.
not how that
I guess they
works,
missed
Dave.
F2 and F3. They're going straight to F4.
That's not how this works, Dave.
The rumored spin-offs,
Yeah.
I'm all for. Where
With
they try
Days of
Is one of them
they do like a
Baja?
they do a crossover with Days of Thunder, like that would be fucking
Days
So
awesome.
they're
of
supposed to be making a
Thunder.
new Days of Thunder.
Man, NASCAR?
Just fucking bring him.
Yeah.
Bring him in, bring in the character, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, not the director.
Yeah,
Not the
but
director.
no Tony Scott.
Yeah.
that's the
Whatever. It'll
problem.
be fucking Joe
R.I.P.
Kaczynski again.
Yeah, it's fine.
As long as it's
It'll
friggin'
be
Jerry
shot
Bruckheimer.
Oh, it'll be Sherry Bruckheimer.
Hey, you
And
know
the
what, speaking
spirit
of-
Don Simpson.
Speaking of Days of Thunder, did y'all ever go to that Days of Thunder ride at Canada's Wonderland?
I'm certain I did.
Most definitely.
It was like
most
the
definitely.
motion seat thing that
Yeah.
they had, like
I'm
the
certain I
pre-40X, where you were like in a fuck, man, that thing was cool. Back when it was Paramount.
I'm certain I did.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a
Flight
cool
deck.
Oh,
You leave
yeah.
Top Gun alone.
But that would be pretty cool. And like it's pretty like you can just drop his character in there because like the beginning was him in NASCAR. So
Oh yeah, like that was the
Right?
point. Like he just loves racing, right? Like
Yeah.
he needs to be driving. You know, he had a brutal back injury, and then he fucking started driving a cab for a while, which I was like, that's a random fact to throw in there, but okay.
I laughed out loud at that.
Yeah,
I
just
was
needs to
so
be
ex-
behind the wheel.
I was so excited when Shy Wiggum showed up, and then he doesn't come back.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
oh,
like-
they can take his character and put in a remake of Taxi Driver.
There you go.
Brad Pitt cannot do Taxi Driver.
But this movie also was just like a bucket of cheese. Like,
Oh yeah, man.
There was one part.
Yeah.
There was one part where I like literally like the theater was silent and I laughed out loud. It was like, they just need a car, and he's like, "We have the driver." It's like, give me a fucking break,
Yep.
Javier.
Oh, he just had to scream Lizan Al Gaib.
Wadib.
Scream.
But like, fuck, man. But there's so many moments where like that, I'm just like, what is coming out of your mouth, man? Come on.
We never said Kosinski was a good writer.
Nope.
It's true. It's true.
No, and it's I don't know that we should have been expecting Oscar level writing for an F1 movie. Like it's not needed.
Cargo
Vroom Vroom Fast. Yeah, that's it.
Maverick was nominated for screenplay.
That's because Maverick had heart to it, Tony.
You're saying
Because
this
Maverick
movie
was
didn't
a
have heart?
legacy sequel.
And-
No, it didn't.
Had a little bit of heart.
It did not. Not nearly to the same level of Maverick.
Yeah, not
obviously.
Maverick levels of heart.
Maverick, they had to stop the movie dead to bring Val Kilmer in. Like,
I'm glad they did.
I didn't say that it was a bad thing. I just said they had to stop the movie dead to bring Val Kilmer in, which, when you rewatch that movie, as you just did, that movie stops dead in its tracks to bring Val Kilmer in.
It does. The texts get me every time.
To be fair, Top Gun also has a moment where it stops dead in its tracks to do with some nonsense and then goes on. So, same thoughts.
Allowed.
F1, not so much.
Just needed a trim. Just needed on it. Honestly, if F1
56 minutes off of
A ball hair? Tom?
Not even a ball hair. Like if you could just scratch
3
out
ball
like
hairs?
36 minutes of it and just have it as a solid 2-hour movie, I think it would work better.
Yeah.
I think it would be aces.
Well, yeah, it's hard to say where. It's either you would go too thin on the plot or you would go too thin on the racing. So where's the balance? I think if
I
you
would
could
say
get
too
it
thin
to-
on the plot.
Yeah.
Because it's like the Gran
It was
Turismo. It's like
razor thin as it was.
it's true. It's like the Gran Turismo effect, though, right? When it's Gran Turismoing, like that movie's fucking
Sure.
bomb. But
Yeah.
when it stops to do story, not
You
so
know what?
bomb.
You know what they could have fully cut out.
I would not put
I'm not-
F1 in the same category as
Obviously
Gran
not,
Turismo.
but, like-
No, but you know what they fully could have cut out of this fucking movie? That entire corporate espionage bullshit
Yeah.
side
Oh, yeah.
plot.
There.
Cut
there.
it.
Get rid
Also,
of that.
Get rid of that.
Who the fuck? They're in Abu Dhabi. They're about to watch the race. Who the fuck was that white lady that was with him?
Oh, yeah, that was...
Where did she come from? She has a line at the end before she walks. So who the
Like I said,
who are you?
there is a choppiness to it.
Yeah,
It is very clear that
but
there is
that
a
shit,
choppiness to it.
cut it.
I feel like there's definitely like 30 minutes of that movie that's
Yeah,
missing.
that shit weasel you could have cut out of the movie, and that movie would have been just fine. Unnecessary stakes to add in there. Like we already knew they were gonna go under if they didn't fucking win a like fuck off. Like you don't need this bullshit on top of it. They didn't need one last hurdle to overcome and cost them a race. Like fuck, dumb shit, dumb.
Cargo
Anyway.
vroom vroom.
Cargo vroom vroom fast.
There you go.
So from all of us, as you guys saw it in 40X, recommend in 40X or
Well, you can't see it in 40X anymore.
all right, well fuck that then.
Unless they bring it back. They might bring it back, but it got
Recommend go
replaced.
see in theater.
I would see it in theaters. If you have a chance to see it in IMAX before next Friday, you should.
or at least try an AVX.
Yeah, because I don't think it's an AVX anymore either.
IMAX
Jurassic
it is
Park
if you can
fucking
find
take
it.
all of them?
Yeah, they're taking it all.
Damn.
They have
Oh.
IMAX. They have IMAX until Superman,
Damn.
and then Superman takes everything from Jurassic World too.
Wow.
Like that's how fucking vicious
They're
this
betting
whole.
the farm on it.
That's how vicious this whole premium theater thing is, and how many
yeah.
And then
weeks they can have at a time.
And then I Know What You Did Last Summer takes it from Superman, right? Because I Know What You Did Last Summer was filmed in IMAX because that's
Full.
what we needed, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And
if it-
40X.
I wouldn't be surprised if it
But-
takes an the
but-
AVXs.
But
Yeah.
once Downton Abbey comes out, all bets are off.
All bets are
Regular, IMAX, AVX, D-Box, Screen X.
Screen X Downton.
Screen X.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. We should do for
Screen
Downton
X,
Abbey. We should see it
Downton Abbey.
twice, once in 40X
Once
and
in
once in Screen X.
Jesus
I'm down.
Christ.
I'm down to clown.
Yeah, what I want is old British people wrapped around my peripherals.
I am down to clown.
I appreciate that.
See it on the biggest screen imaginable. If you can't see it then on the biggest screen, then definitely see it. It's worth watching. It is your popcorn summer blockbuster.
Go see it in theaters.
Yeah. Don't go see it. From what I'm hearing about this Jurassic World movie, I feel like
Not
F1
great.
Yeah,
Not great.
I feel like F1's a better
Is
choice.
the better bet. Yeah.
Megan
Fair
2,
enough.
though.
Mithrican.
Yeah.
Anyway,
2.0.
2.0. That'll
Just, you know, the Brad Pitt of it all. Just
You knew that going into it, though.
I know. Like, I'm just warning people the Brad Pitt of it all.
Yeah, it's not like he's like explicitly being a piece of shit on screen. Like,
That's true.
It's not like if you have a trigger warning from Brad Pitt's face, don't go see this movie. But you should know that because it's starring Brad Pitt. What the fuck? I don't think you need a trigger warning for the existence of Brad Pitt.
I was just saying it. It's a little bit of a challenge. That's all.
Sure. I do not find it though. Anyways, go see F1 if you can, and with that, we'll slide into a long lost segment that is slowly making its triumphant return. I think our boy Dave over here has a new blue for us, Tony. Are you excited for it?
Always.
What did that boy buy? It's Dave's new blues.
So what'd you buy this time?
What did that boy buy?
This week's new blue is the new 4K steelbook of Long Legs, starring.
You bought the 4K steelbook of Long Legs?
I did.
God, you guys fucking cream over that movie.
I like it a lot, man.
I do not.
Micah Monroe and Nick Cage.
It's
It's a lot better than what's that other shitty one he did this year? The Monkey.
yeah.
Yeah, that movie's a big bag of shit.
Yeah, he's not for me in general, but anyway.
Osgood
Osgood Perkins is not for me.
We're calling him Osgood or Oz?
Osgood Perkins is not for me.
Should
I
we
will
call him
use his full
Ozstriker?
name.
But is Bruce LaBruce for you?
Bruce LaBruce is for everyone. Bruce LaBruce is for the children, Dave.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Calling shenanigans on that one, Jamesy.
So I bought this off Amazon. Right now, you can't buy it off Amazon, so
Fun.
you might have to import it because it's the neon version from the States.
Sure.
So I was able to buy it off
Pay
Amazon.
that tariff on it?
There was no tariff on it.
Good.
Anyways, it's a great looking steelbook.
Sure.
And despite what James says, it's a great movie. I really love that movie. I thought it was great. It looks great, has some solid features. One of the things I really like about it is it has a lot, if not all, of the marketing for the movie.
Oh, okay.
Which was a very cool campaign that they ran.
It was.
So it's cool that they have it all there. Because that's something I always wanted with Cloverfield, because Cloverfield had an
They did a huge
amazing campaign, but they never included it on anything. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a missed opportunity. So it's nice that it's all included here.
No, that's cool.
But if you'd already bought it in the fall last year, there's some new stuff on it this time.
Good. And the only question I have, is there any essays?
No essays.
Chuck it in the bin.
I know, but it does have a slipcover on it, which I appreciate. I do appreciate when the steelbooks have the slipcovers.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Makes it a lot easier so they don't get scratched.
Yeah. So is this the only copy of Long Legs? Like you waited for this one, or did you?
I just
are you
hadn't bought it
upgrading?
yet.
Oh, okay.
I
Does
just
it look
hadn't
good?
bought it. Yeah, it looks great.
Love that.
Looks great. I'm excited that it was available in Canada. You'll have to
Again,
look. You'll have to
you'll have
look,
to see
or
where
you'll
it
have to
shows
import
up.
it from the States.
Yeah.
But
a bit of a
if
bummer.
you're a big Long Legs fan, it's definitely worth the purchase if you don't have it already. If you already have it, I guess it's up to you. Depends on your love of Osgood Perkins.
Did the first release have the entire marketing campaign? Or
I
is
don't think
that-
so.
Okay, so well,
I think the
that
marketing
might be a
campaign is
good-
mostly what's on this,
That could
plus
be
a
good
few
reason.
extra things.
Yeah.
So, but as a fan of Long Legs, I was very excited to get
I
it.
bet
And it's
you
a
were.
great, it's a great looking steelbook.
I bet
Another movie we covered on the podcast.
Yes,
we did.
sir.
We sure
Yes,
did.
sir.
We sure did.
And I was the dissenting opinion then, and I remain the dissenting opinion now.
I wasn't too hot about it the second time I watched it.
You watched it again?
I watched it again. I watched it again with Melissa because I wanted to show it to Melissa.
Right.
Melissa was not a fan.
Yeah, I can imagine she wouldn't be a
Yeah.
fan.
Melissa and I get it. It's fine.
No, she wasn't a fan because it was creepy as shit.
Oh. Yeah.
It's just
It
because
wasn't
James doesn't
not
like
creepy,
cinema.
but-
That's all it is.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Settle down.
Am I wrong?
You are wrong. Anyway, that's cool. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you,
glad,
thank you, thank you, thank
I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad you brought that segment back. I'm enjoying hearing whatever nonsense you pick up. But
I'm
I
trying to
think
make it make sense. It's not like I bought the Mac and Me 4K yet.
yet it's doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence, Dave. I'm worried.
Certainly do not need that.
You know what comes with essays, though?
Yeah, the mac and me. You know what? It might be worth it.
It's not. Don't buy it.
It's not
Don't
worth
buy
it.
it.
It's not worth it. You don't need it, Dave. You'll be okay.
Coming soon to Dave's New Blues.
Oh man, if you buy Mac and Me, I will stop the podcast and go watch it with you.
Let's go watch. I have it on Blu-ray downstairs.
He's got the show.
I got the Show Factory.
No Shout
one.
Factory. It's got to be this random nonsense.
The
with all
Vinegar
the
Syndrome
S's.
4K.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You got to get the Happy Hand Job edition.
That's why
of
I
Mac and
asked you
Me.
today if you guys want me to upgrade.
I don't.
Because I have it already.
I don't.
Vinegar
I don't.
Syndrome needs to have a sale so that Daddy can get fucking. Yeah, I just referred to myself as Daddy. It happens sometimes.
Sure.
I wasn't sure if you're talking about me.
No,
Well-
certainly not.
Also, you.
I just need Navy SEALs. I need
it?
that Navy SEALs 4K.
Yeah.
What about Jade?
No, I don't need that.
It's
What
Billy
about
Friedman.
Jade?
I already had Jade one time, and it didn't do it.
What about
It didn't
G.I.
do it for me.
Only once?
maybe I saw it 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Couldn't get through it.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, howdy.
Oh boy.
All right, let's wrap this one up as this is going down.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't need any more of that in my life.
Billy Friedkin.
We're talking about Billy.
I know we
Friedkin.
are. I know we are.
He like
David
He like
Caruso.
David Caruso and Jade.
Yeah.
Do you like to do it yourself? You know what's coming out on 4K Steelbook? And I'm not kidding. 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, man.
Fuck yeah!
Now that I can get behind.
I can definitely get behind that one.
I enjoyed 40-Year-Old Virgin a lot. And that movie still holds up.
It sure does.
Jonah Hill in his stupid fish fucking high heels.
Macrame yourself a pair of jean
Jean
shorts.
No, Andy, I don't want your big box of porn.
Like bags of sand.
It's like,
Bags of sand.
bag of sand? It's not about the rusty trombone or the dirty Sanchez. It's about love, passion.
I just love all the random people that show up in that
Oh,
movie.
man.
It's
Fucking
like a revolving door.
Kevin Hart's
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh, anyway, I think we'll be back regular scheduled programming in a couple weeks,
Yes,
and
sir.
we got some fun stuff planned for over the summer, and
Yes, sir.
we're going to be watching a lot of big tentpole blockbusters. I think over the next little bit as well as we can. So stick around, stay tuned. We'll be back with you soon, and till then, I'm still Jimmy, and I'm here with
Big T Tony B.
and
Not as dramatic, Dave.
we'll see you soon.